Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to wish you a good day. If you're new to the channel, I thank you so very much for subscribing and for liking, sharing, commenting, as well as for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to discuss a few ideas about the 0 point, about the integration of the subconscious to come into full consciousness in order to fuse with our superconsciousness. Today, there's been 333 days in 2024, and there is 33 days left, which is the reversal of the February 2nd. So it is a turning point. Coming back to the 0 point is where God is always still within ourselves. Let go of all things and you return to 0 point. It's an energy that unfolds all the dimensions. It's dimension 0. It's at the very right below the base chakra, and so we're learning to return to 0 point all the time, to let go of the mantle, to return to the 0 point in union, in connection with the source, the creator. And Archangel Michael was saying that humanity is led to this 0 point, the end of time, in the next 200 years. Since it is an eternal point. It is an eternal stand, the great home, that hold all things. It is a permanent, so we don't need to wait for anything. It is something permanent, and so I'm going to discuss the idea of the subconscious. The subconscious is the sum of all that ever happened, even in our past life, all the past, and it's connected to the collective subconscious, and it has a very powerful influence on us. Those things that come back from the past, the conscious mind is really what we are conscious right now. It is the architect, the master creator of our reality, and the superconscious is the realm of spirit, the ideal reality that we're seeking. So as we transmute the energies of the past, we do not want to be because if we don't take responsibility for what comes up in our consciousness, we are being controlled by dark entities or other people. So it is important, and as we eventually our subconscious will be all clear, and we'll move into full consciousness. Although full consciousness is a relative term, as only God knows totally God, the source only knows, the infinite spirit and the eternal Son know the totality of the Father's plan. So I'm going to discuss a few ideas and return a little bit to that. But there is a big event that is coming that's going to assist the whole planet into this. All kinds of veils are going to fall, and this is already the date is already set. It's like there is already a date that is set, but it's top secret. It will not be announced. If somebody tells you it happened on this date, it's like I wouldn't believe it, because it will happen when it will happen. A lot of people will panic because there will be a complete blackout on the internet, the phones, the television, all of that will. But do not panic. It is part of the process. It will assist in removing all the dark entities that are the parasites that are still. We send them violet love and light and fire to all those to assist in their leaving the planet. But trust in your inner abundance. Yeah, even if the mental body, because from a higher perspective, we have the totality of God within ourselves and all the potential of all that is good. So we have to trust in that the more and more, and project that through our mind, through our words, through our actions. Even if the mental body sometimes can create false notes in the partition of our soul because of past limitation. But once we become aware of a limited thought or beliefs, we are able to change it. So it's like, of course, there may be some little interference in our partition, in our melody of our soul that are still coming, but less and less, and we do have to move into this total trust, this total freedom. For true freedom is about the alignment with the heart, and that our mind be at peace. As we change our perspective to see only good, abundance, and beauty, this whole creation of the Creator, not to focalize on the distortions of all the collective egos that have been happening. As we focus on good, on the truth, on the good, on the abundance, on the beauty, this is what will manifest for us. For spiritual progress is far more about assisting others than assisting ourselves, as far as the collective ascension, and as far because it is only one. So it is really where the power lies, is the ability to serve the greater whole in whichever way we are called for. For the split of the timeline already happened. And the doorways are still open for the power of a group, the warlike groups, as well as for all the sleeping population. But every soul is now called to make, there is no longer too much time. If they don't choose the light, they will fall into the dark. So it's very important to choose dark or light. It is the final test before the shift, the apex of the confrontation between the dark and the light. And because God knows, but it's still the majority of people are still taking the mainstream news as the truth. They are blind, they are deaf, they do not see all the lies, the manipulation, and the corruption that is being fed to them by the media. If you want to know who works for the light, you look at the media, and everybody that's demonized in the media are working for the light. I turn on the TV. I haven't turned on the TV for years, and it's like, and I see that there is subliminal programs that are really anxious, that are really unhealthy behind all those things. So I'm not even sure I will ever turn it on again until after the shift. For instance, Russia is not the only one, but it's the only country that are defending the freedom and truth and traditional values for that works for the light and humanity. So it's like personally, I have this really strong connection to people there. And they are aligned with the plan of the Creator, not 100%, but more than most. And so also understanding the crime of the Draco-reptilians, the dragon reptilians, cannot stay unpunished. There is celestial courts that are being publicly broadcasted on the higher planes to condemn those crimes, because if you do not condemn darkness, evil, you will hurt what is good. So it's like at some point there had to be some public exposure. Right now it's on the higher planes. We're not aware of those celestial tribunals, but there are many are being under. Have to face those courts, because when they're attacking humanity, saying we have their consent. No, they don't have our consent, and they're attacking many civilizations, because there are so many light workers that come from other civilizations. So they are attacking everybody. The more we are advanced as a soul, the more protection we are getting from all that as well. And so all those who have planned for ascension will achieve it, and whether it is during this incarnation physical or after this incarnation, but all that are meant to ascend will ascend. And so for there are many, also I wanted to talk about the fact, there are many light workers that are considered like extraterrestrial within their own home and family. They are attacked all the time for their beliefs, because they are advanced soul, but they do have more protection, but they have to endure attacks. And for the dark one works through, there are many dark energies that work through the other people. Whoever is not free from the matrix is a potential agent of the matrix. It is not those people that we love, that can be part of our home or whatever, but it's demons that are working through them to attack. It's because, and those people are really not, it's better to stay away as much as possible from people that are vulnerable to those demonic energies. But it's some families are all into the enlightenment and work and progress together. But a lot of souls there are a lot of souls. In some families, there is one advanced soul, and the other ones have never tested the higher planes. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of the unknown, and so they're defending themselves. So it is important to create a bubble of violet light, or to wear a violet spiritual outfit with a hood to protect your head, to protect your body, and or shield to protect yourself against those attacks. So, but it is not easy for the majority of light workers. And those are tests, and tests. How can we transmute because the darkness that's been transmuted into light becomes the light of the light. It is a great service to the universe. So we have to transmute everything as quickly as possible into love and light. And forgiveness has to happen in the moment. Don't wait a week to forgive someone for something. Just better, so it's done. It's done. And soon the emanation of love and light, this higher frequency, will be natural and habitual. Won't have to work on it. Also understanding there is no lie in telepathy. When you communicate with other human soul, for me it's like it's been going on for years now, and I have those deep connections on the higher astral planes. There is no lie. The only lie that can come on telepathy is some dark extraterrestrial civilization that are trained to manipulate through their mind, or the demonic entity that will use our memory to make us believe that we are not the light of God. That's the only tools they have to make us believe that we are not free, that we are not the light of God. And they work through fear. So just send violet light, violet fire, or the blue light of truth. And so for ascension is a collective unfolding. The more we are able to come together, the better. And we are assisted by many on the higher planes of reality. I trust your inner light, trust your guidance. I have this amazing project that I am really eager to start. And because they will create it's a global project. It will happen in many countries, where we'll be able to create platform of art and music, and we'll be able to work creatively together, as well as enjoyment. There will be much enjoyment. And for the future, it's very bright indeed, for all those who are standing in their light, who are believing in the truth of God. For the dark ones, it may be they don't really have much hope for a bright future on this planet, regardless of what they can continue to broadcast, and they're still in power. But God is love, and the heart is the only place that is the doorway to love. God has always been present, as a still present within the depths of our heart, and so heart is really the door to love, and love is really how we feel, and is a feeling. It's not a mental thing. It's a feeling, and it becomes activated when we are able to share that. And so it's really about this cultivating this love, this joy, the peace, the kindness, the goodness, the light, the compassion, the gratitude, the honesty, forgiveness, and service to others. Those are very important qualities: love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, light, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, honesty, and service to others, and creativity. It's normal to feel a bit tired. I mean, I know my whole physical body is regenerating, and it's really, it makes me tired. But I feel like I know it's during the night mostly, because this matrix has really reached its expiration date. But we can't just celebrate just yet. Personally, it's like once I'll be settled into a home where I have my art, I'll be able to paint and start my project. I will definitely celebrate. For now, I'm still like seated between two chairs. So, but this victory of the light is already assured. It's just a matter of just being in the presence, in peace, and understand from a soul perspective, this law of attraction is settled, and it's not always understood by the lower mind. Is that in order to learn love, we have to experience fear. In order to learn wealth, we need to experience lack. In order to learn strength, we need to experience weakness. So, in order to learn light, we need to experience darkness. For our soul, will want us to experience the opposite of what we really seek, until it feels like we've learned enough from that, and it frees us from that. So it's like for somebody who's never been sick to appreciate health is not the same thing as somebody who's been sick and recovered. If you're really thirsty, a glass of water will feel fabulous. But if you always have it available, you take it for granted. So same thing with the connection to God. We left it so we can return to it with great joy. And so it's just we pray that our soul will be merciful with us and stop presenting us with the opposite of those things we want, we know, we deserve, we're ready to experience. And those who choose to stay in 3D will also be cared for, and will awaken to the light when they are ready. There are so many different souls and so many different that have so many different agenda, and so they have different field of experience, different lessons to learn. I also wanted to talk about cats. Cats are one. I love cats. Some people don't, but it's like most people that love cats have Lyrian or Syrian origin connection. But all the galactic love those all those little creatures here. They are little creatures here, but they are really big ones and there in the heavens, and they actually are ancestors. They were created before humanoids, so they have this seniority in terms of this royal lineage, and so. Also understanding that no external event trumps the external situation is more important than awakening a multi-dimensional nature to move into our connected self. And so this is more important than anything, because that will bring everything else. Like the Christ Jesus said, find the kingdom first, then everything else will flow from there. But we do need to purify our mind, and it is the architects of our reality. We have to learn certain things and learn certain other things. We have also the power and learn those things that are no longer necessary from the matrix, the old conditioning. And we have this power to forget. So it's like create a blank canvas. And our soul will remind us those things that are important to it, to the program of our destiny and reality. And we have already mentioned that the dark ones do not have any power except deception and to make us believe we are not children of God, deserving of all that is good. So it's really continue to keep the balance, the peace and the harmony, co-creating our reality through our mind, for the mind to dominate this reality with the Creator, with our guides, the company of heaven, and with each other. We're co-creating together. For the subconscious, it's like eventually we'll free ourselves from the subconscious, and the mind will be able to merge with the superconscious. And it's like every morning we plug into our avatar body. And but we have to put little by little to decipher that, to clear up the false notes within our melody of our consciousness, because it is very important. And the superconscious is the divine perfection of an ideal life, a place where there is already the highest version of ourselves is already present. It might feel too good to be true, but it is a fact. It is divine. It is beyond. And repeat to yourself, I am a magnet to all that I wish, all that belong to me, and all that is aligned with my God self and my highest destiny. I attract all the resources, the people, the idea, the inspiration to create my paradise life on the earth and for the rest of humanity. I deserve to be abundant, to be prosperous, to be happy, to be free, to be rich and in full health and in health. With grace and ease, but we do want those things with grace and ease, to return to the state of grace. It has to come from the heart, for it is good to operate things from the mind, and then it anchors into the heart, and then it becomes a lot more powerful. So it's always going of the best and now. If you're not in the best and now, just return to 0 point. Just let go of all things regularly, at least 100 times a day. Maybe not 100 times, but 100 times a day, because every time the mind will create expansion. But we need to return constantly to that 0 point of activation. But I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull a few cards and sing a song. Let's see, I'm going to pull a card. I'm just going to... So we're really at the monumental. We're going through the most monumental shift that humanity has ever come to know on this planet, and it is very courageous. And there is to go through that, and there will be great rewards for our work. The card of the day is the tribe, the connection to other souls that are in alignment with us. Will feel so good once we'll be fully connected to our tribe. I'm going to pull a card from the Akash. It is Asia, it is the Buddha, it is the serenity and the lucidity. For it's like the Buddha is really the one who has freed himself from the samsara, from the karma. He moved everything into dharma, into this freedom, this ecstatic serenity and lucidity. And yet there's still the integration of all that is when it comes to, for the Buddha has renounced all the world of forms to achieve this nirvana, but now he needs to integrate the whole totality of truth from the world, from the perspective of lucidity. The card of the day from the Dakini is the earthbound. It is about moving into this new earth, this new paradise earth. It's the doors to the world, the universe. Well, my friends, I'm going to finish with a song and pour a few more cards to the angel. It's an old song from the 1960s from a band, I think it was Procolarum, who sing that. It's just to finish in music. It's called With a Shade of Pearl. We skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels, cross the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick, but the crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we call out for another drink, and the waiter brought his tray, and so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. She said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see, but I wandered through my playing cards, and I would not let her be one of 16 Vestal virgins were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well been closed. And so it was that later, as the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale, turned a wider shade of pale. It's a great song. I love this music from the 60s and 70s because there was great creative flow. I'm looking forward to writing music soon, making new songs. We'll see what comes in once I'm home with some instruments and a recording studio. So the card of the day, the observer of the day is trust. Trust and faith. Very important to have this trust and faith, to be unconditional trust and conditional faith. The highest wisdom is our destiny. We are destined to merge with our superconscious paradise, eternal reality of oneness. What we need to understand is serenity. We're going back to that serenity, to be at peace within our mind. It's good to take a few deep breaths to return to the state of serenity regularly. What we need to do is the solution. We already have the solution that is outside of the problem, or it will reveal itself. If you don't have all the solutions, just trust that your higher self already does. And what is the outcome is the reward. It's like this big treasure, this big reward that is coming. But we do deserve this reward. We do deserve to be free. We do deserve to be to continue, because whatever we get, we'll use it for the service of life. And so it is the universe is very much a meritocracy. It's like whatever we give, we receive. And so just focalize on the good, the truth, the beauty. And the final card of the day, which is like in the garden, is the 8 of Michael. It says you could you can be free. Have the courage to change the situation, not seeing things too clearly. So it's okay to feel like you're in between worlds, and it's like, but we have to have the courage to face whatever we need to face in order to release. It's mostly about release, letting go, and at which point we're gonna find a new beginning. The Archangel Jeremiel. So there's really a new beginning that is about to unfold. Starting a new life, finding a goal. With benevolence and compassion, look into your past with benevolence and compassion. So if the past comes up, you have to be kind and compassionate in relationship to yourself and to others, so that it can find the right proper filing within the memory, the drawers of your mind, as Dante used to call it, the drawers of the mind. Well, thank you so very much. I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you for your donation. I'm going to share maybe a few paintings. Thank you. If you're on a private session, you can send me an email. I sold a few paintings, but I still have a few. I'll sell them for about 750 euros. Very soon I'm going to open my project, my galleries, so I'm going to be able to present that with catalogs and all that. But for now, I still have those few paintings with me, and so if you're interested, it might be a reverse. I'm going to try to reverse it, but it may be like a mirror image. But they work as mirror images as well. I'm only going to show a few. I've got about 20 of them. This one is called Home, the Doors of Paradise. The heart that dominates, the love. Those are very important paintings. They're studies, but they're very important paintings, and they will become more important as time goes by, because they're Renaissance art, peace and harmony. I'm only going to share a few of them. This one is a tribute to a French poet named Charles Baudelaire. It says, là tout n'est qu'ordre et beauté, luxe, calme et volupté. And this is part of the Quantum Field series. There's all kinds of stories within those. An e-soul. And one more. I'm going to show you. I have quite a few. I have about 20 of them, but I'm going to show you a few of them. And they're very important little paintings. I'm sure I'm always glad to find good homes for them. Well, thank you so very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Namaste.